Hey Bob, do I develop on a Linux machine? Yes. Yeah, so I just use Ubuntu. I'm pretty vanilla when it comes to that. Alright, we might as well start. Welcome everyone. I hope everyone's going well tonight. Yeah. So yeah, I just use basic sort of Ubuntu. I don't know if you can tell. I'm now looking at my video feed. I actually cut the Ubuntu bar out, I've just realized, and I cut the top of the screen out. So yeah. Let's have a look at about. So yeah, I'm using 1304. I was meant to actually upgrade to 2404, the LTS version, a long time ago. I just haven't yet. What I want to do is I want to set up my NAS first, be able to port things onto that, and then once that's done, wipe this computer. So yeah. So that's where I am. I was wondering whether there will be a wave back to Linux from OS X after DHA's recent tweets. Oh, fair enough. I don't know who DHH is, sorry. I use KDE Neon myself. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, I've been using... I used to use KDE quite a lot. And then I think at one point I just started using GNOME. And I just kept using it. I don't mind GNOME 3. I was one of those rare people that actually thought, hey, it's actually okay. Because it was so minimalistic. Alright, I forgot where we were at last time, so give me 2 seconds whilst I run the npm run watch and remember where we were. I think we were about, we've got the template creator, but we haven't actually been able to get it to create anything yet. And I didn't write what I needed done. We have this decision and so forth like that. So yeah. Rubbing socks' butt. It's just like, no, stuff it. And I will jump in to the team leader. So we're here, we're creating either a project or a task. Then we've got the title of the project. So project title, project description. We've got the shareholder and we can search in here. Like so. Or we can click to create it and then do that. Now, we have this not set up correctly. Alright, I'll need to fix that very, very quickly. We've got the group list in here, very easy, and then we just got to create the button to create it. We also got to throw through validation and so forth like that to make sure everything's all validated and correct. Yeah. And another thing which we want to make sure is with the start date, end date, we're not too worried about this functionality. The idea being is what will happen. So if we go up, we've just hit an ad break. All right, ad time. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to remember when the last Django release came out. Oh, sorry. Whilst you guys are doing this, I'm just having a quick look at the release notes. So 507 was recently. Oh no, it's expected June the 4th, in a week and a bit. So I think it's 5.6, May the 7th. May the 6th. All right. Cool. And what version do we have at the moment? 506. So yeah. All right. Cool. So I don't need to do a release just yet. Okay. Cool. The good thing about our releases is we can separate them from the code. So in GitHub, if we need to actually do a release so that it has the upgraded libraries and stuff like that, we can do that very easily. All right, welcome back, everyone. You didn't miss much. Oh, apart from me accidentally closing the music. Sorry about that. Okay, so we were going in here. We were writing up a problem. And you didn't get an ad? Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes some people don't get ads. It was just telling me that the ads were on. So, and they always happen around about this time. Anyway, so the stream will start around about the 5-minute to the 6-minute mark. It'll start with the ads. Hence, I try and start around about the 3-minute mark. So, yeah. All right, and how have you been, the Bob that I know? Hopefully you've been well. Okay, we've got a problem. And the problem is, what will be the start date? So, with this, what I've been thinking of is if we actually key these in and let the user pick the start date and end dates, what we could potentially do is have a look at those particular dates. So, potential solution 1. Is have a look at the start date and get the delta from that. So delta will equal the end date minus the start date. Then the new start date will equal the day it's scheduled on. And the new end date will be the delta of that. What we'll also do is we'll extract out the time from this. And key that back into that particular day. So we'll have both the time and the date sort of separated, which would be nice to do. So thus we don't have to deal with time zones or anything like that, which is going to be a lot better to do. So to clarify, what we'll have is separation of date time. Going to make it a lot easier for us to do. Okay, day scheduled on and the original time. All right, cool. Yeah. The other solution is we could get rid of the date, the start date, have the end date, but the one problem is when we schedule this in, the user has to know when the project's going to end and stuff like that. Whereas here they can play around with the start date and end dates and so forth like that. We will need to inform them what happens here, so it's all clear exactly what's happening with these start dates and end dates. So yeah. The other alternative is what we could do is we'll have a start time. So I'm going to go potential solution 2. We'll have start time. How many days duration, end time. Where it could be 0 and then end time. I mean, that's plausible to do. That would make a little bit more sense. However, users would be used to this and not any sort of random sort of functionality. So I'm going to say, let's keep this, and then we just do the hard work for them. We get the delta, we get the time from there, and we just figure everything out from the start date. So yeah, isn't that right, Socks? She's like, yes. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, and we'll store this in proper date time format. I think that's just going to be the easiest way to do these sort of things. So, first bug, let's get rid of these disabled. Okay. So we've got the between dates. We have a look at the new project. We've also got the between dates here, but they're definitely not, you know. Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into those between dates. Hang on a minute, my brain is just booting up still. Dates. Between dates. Oh, sorry. Alright, we've got destination, we've got end date model, we've got is read only. Default is false. Let's see where. Okay, cool. It's the user level. We're not passing up the user level at all in this sort of case. So what we need to do in here with the new scheduled objects, we're gonna have to figure that out. So if we open up this, we go to our view, we go into our new schemed objects. We know that we're sending down the user group and level. And in here, we can see task permission 4 and project permission 4. I just need to send up the max. All right, let's see what I'm editing stuff with. Okay. I know that I'm doing something, so I'm committing that. calculate to see if the user's groups exist in group model. I think I need to open this up in random. Because the random will have multiple users groups and so forth like that. So it's got no group and QA team. All right. Okay. Okay, group model. It's 4 and 2. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, all right. So we have a new problem. Nothing that we can't solve. All right. How can we... Oh, I hate this when that happens. Click on that. Thank you. How can we determine the user level on this particular page when we have it for both tasks and projects? All right, and what I'm thinking is we need to take the max for both project and task, and then once again take the max of that. So we need a simple formula to figure this out. Oh, definitely not updating that right now. That is just not going to happen. All right, so what we want to do is we want to loop through this and get out the project permissions and the project task. So let's go JavaScript get max value in array of objects. Let's see how they've done it. Okay, we can do this. And what we want to do is we want to up here go calculate user level, and we're just doing that, and we'll just key it in here. So grab the highest value from hang on, give me 2 seconds. So what we're pulling through is user group and level. Inside user group and level we have 2 fields, project and tasks. We want to grab the highest value from both of those fields. Then we want to grab the highest values out of those 2 results. This will be our user level. Cool. So what we want is const user level project equals math.max array.map. Oh no, that will be the array. So this dot user group and level dot map, and then what we want to do is just a simple x dot project, and I'm double checking it from over here. So project permission. Don't know if it's plural. No, it's not. All right. We've got const user level task equals math.max this dot user group and level dot map x. All right, sweet. And then we just need the highest one, and then we send it upstream. All right, update user level. All right, so Oop, I can't type at the moment. All right, Struggle Town this is. All right, I don't think. Oh, all right. It's better to use reduce. All right. All right. Good to go to that. Yeah, we might move back to the reduce. That's fine. We've got this. Okay, so we'll just get rid of those. we'll put this in for reference. Just leave it there. Screw it. So const user level project will equal, and if there is no data, the user shouldn't get here. So if this dot user group and level dot length equals 0, just return. If there is no data to crunch, just return. Simple as that. All right, so what we want to do is we want this line, constant user level project equals, so we need the reduce, so this dot user group and level dot reduce, and then I believe we can do something like this and just type in prev and current, arrow function, and then do that with a simple return prev and prev dot now this would be project permission. It's greater than current dot project permission. All right, we've got a ternary. And then it will return that object, and then we just go project permission, because that's all we need. We just need the value. We don't need the object itself. All right, let's go const user level task equals this dot user group and level dot reduce. Once again, prev and current. We're just using our arrow function return. Prev and prev dot task permission. And then task permission. And then I'm just seeing if there's a let's go let max user level equals user level project here, and then send the user level upstream. If the task user level task actually, I'm going to put this on a new line and comment it. So what this will be is if task is greater than user, we want that user level instead. And then we just got to commit it. So this $store.commit update. All right, cool. So it's like this. Update user level. And I'm just double checking that this is correct. Yep, all right, cool. So that's all we need. Send to UX. Sweet. So if we wait a few seconds and then hit reload, our user level should be fine. Cool. And that worked without any hitch or anything like that. This is a bug which I never actually found out why it's occurring. Yeah. I'm hoping it has nothing to do with the upstream stuff, with the Vuex. Yeah, oh well, we'll move on. So we now got these working perfectly fine. We'll need to change some of the wording around here and so forth like that. So please supply a suitable title and description for your object. This would be correct. All right, cool. Please search for your stakeholder in the drop once found. All right, cool. Choose the start date and end date of the project. This will definitely be change. I don't know whether you're listening to Australian music, but you might want to check out this group, Royal Otis, eh? Do they have a wiki? Oh, they do. From Sydney. Alright. Alright, thank you very much. I'm going to put that over there. And yeah, cheers. Thank you very much, the Bob I know. I'm always open to new music. So, yeah. Feel free to post that in Discord, by the way. Alright, so choose the start date and end date of the project. I need to change that project to something else. So we need to go into here. Destination. All right. And our destination is defaulting. Hang on. We'll leave that for the moment. I do want to change it. Choose the start date and end date of the object. All right, so between dates. Oh, it does have project in here. I must have set it up here. Sorry, up here. Yeah, destination. All right, so what we want is vbind. And it's just as simple as that. Wait a few seconds. Hit reload. So we have nothing straight away. And then if we pick project. All right. I'm getting rid of that. I'm doing that. I'm just leaving it as object. Yeah, please choose the start date at the end of the object. Please note the end date cannot be earlier. All right, sweet. And then this will be perfectly fine. Oh, sorry. And now we just need to save. And an ad break has started. All right, cool. I need a trim soon. This thing's getting unwieldy. All right. Let's do some weights. whilst I've got a minute left. All right. Oh, sorry about the slamming. I've got to tighten up these weights properly. The screw keeps undoing every single time I do this. Alright. I'll just have it like this. Alright. Welcome back, everyone. Excuse me whilst I quickly fix this up. Yeah, every single time I pick it off, it just starts unscrewing. Okay. Ooh. Alright, let's get back into it. Cool, so that's perfectly fine. We now just need the button at the bottom to do its thing. Alright. So, with the new projects and stuff like that, at the bottom we've got this sort of thing. So 99 to... Oh my... Alright, we're definitely going to change that out from a hyperlink. This should be a button. Alright, we can get rid of this, then we can do this. Do something like this. We got submit new scheduled object. Yeah. All right, let's go down. And let's start building it. And what data and sorry, how we want to actually have it. So we've done this task. We're happy with it. Just wondering if we've thought about this before. We need to do the validation too. And see if a user has the ability to essentially, sorry, let me rephrase that. We also need to double check to make sure that the user's in its groups and all that kind of stuff. And then what we learn here, we need to port over. All right. So with the template, we've got the template JSON and all that kind of stuff. We did all of that. All right. So I need to go back to the database and see what we built. Yeah, we've done a lot of writing for this. And I love the fact that I'm slowly going left, further and further left. There we go. Yep, see? All right. So, form submit. So we need to submit all the data. We need to submit the object type and all that kind of stuff. So what we first need to do so if we have a start, what we need to do is validate everything. And what we need is that to be validation is true. User can submit object. Or can create. Yeah. Then once that's done, set up form data. Everyone will be, that's pretty easy. Contact backend. Once again, everyone's happy, and then go to information page. Oh man, my writing's gotten terrible. Let me rewrite this out. So validate everything. Create form data. All right. Once it's created form data, send to backend. And then from there, go to information page. So there's a wait here. And go to info page. And yeah, and that we'll be happy with that. So with the validation, everything has to be true. We're going to go through and double check that everything's validated. So we'll do that in a second. The other thing we want to do is users can submit objects. So we need to modify something. Don't sit on the keyboard, sweetie. We need to modify the group permissions. However, this might be one of those, and I've just realized I'm still on the add things. I am terribly sorry. There we go. I'll re-show this. Sorry, I was drawing up something with the form submit. So, yes, I'm still here. Validate everything. So the validation is true. So we're using validate. Users can submit objects. So we've got to make sure that they've got the right permissions for that particular object for those groups assigned to them. Then they can create forms and so forth like that. So if we have a look under the group permission, we might need to send something down to confirm it in here. To say whether or not a user, whether they've got creation access in here. Because we're only using this group permissions, if we actually look it up. We're using it in RFC details. Why are we using it in RFC details? Oh, that's yeah, no, that's part of the new RFC. New Kanban. New scheduled object, new project, new requirement, new task. So all of these will need this functionality added to them. So we need to go back and actually implement this functionality where we've got the user levels, sorry, user groups and level. So we need to pass that information down into here. So, yeah. And thank you very much for the follow, Diapi. So yeah, greatly appreciated. Welcome, welcome. I do hope you are enjoying my content, especially when I don't accidentally keep the ads on display. All right, so what I could potentially do, and that's got to change to object. Is I can port that information down into here. So we still want the user group results, and then update group model. We still want all of that. But we want to do the validation of the group model stuff in here because it's one place where we do it, not everywhere else. And for the moment, what we'll do is other places won't need it, but we can program them in as we go along. So vbind user group and level equals user group and level. And then v on update group validation equals update group validation $event, and that's it. So down here, update group validation to data. That will literally just be this dot group validation equals data. And that's it. And we just need group validation put in. I should actually write group model validation. By default, it's going to be true. Let's actually update that. And that should actually be update group model validation. All right, and that's all we need to do. Then we can do all the hard work, because those are just updating. And all we now need to do is hard work under group permissions. And hey, Aiden, how are you? Good evening, or good morning to you. How are you going? Hopefully everything's going well. All right, group permissions. We want to actually go to that implementation. Ah, damn it. You going well? That's great to hear. So yes, sadly it's a Monday. And it's about, next week it would mark 2 months till Japan. Sent your first invoice. Oh, nice. Very sad indeed. Yeah, it's sad that, yeah, it's Monday. About it a morning. Yeah. It is early for you. And Monday. All right, user group and level will actually belong up here. So user group and level, that is going to be of type array. Default is going to return this. All right, and don't forget to drop everyone. And remember, you can use an emoji after you drop. So I'm using Grumpy Max. Let's see if we can beat Nightbot and its cheatiness. Grumpy Max got clung to a wall. Shocked Max, however, let's see where Shocked Max goes. I'm about 40 seconds. Oh, yeah. Shocked Max beats Nightbot. So congratulations, Aiden. So, yeah. All right, user group and level. We're passing that down. Default is going to be nothing. So what we want to do, somehow, Peter, yep. So when we change the group model, we want to omit something up. And I am... We've got group model validation. Sorry, I'm just thinking if we need to pass down. I think we do need to pass down a variable. No, we don't need to pass it down. We can calculate it down there and update something down here. All right, sweet. So data, group fix, group model validation is going to be true by default. Because by default, it assumes you can edit something and it adds in all the groups that you can, by default, only people who can create land on these pages, and adds all the groups in. So by default, that's true. I even have a fancy business bank account now. Oh, nice. Yes. So you got a little business account, and that way I have one too. That way everything business related goes through that account. That way I don't need to worry about my personal account and going through that. So yeah, congratulations. Aiden, Mr. Businessman. Da, da, da. But no, it's actually very exciting when you actually start getting this sorted and so forth like that. Which reminds me, I've got to go through my business account and find out how much I got to charge one of my clients. Yes, your client will, your accountant will definitely thank you later. So will you when you have to sort of scramble all these details together. I think my accountant is very happy with me and my organization. He's just like, yeah, you can't deduct anything properly. I'm like, I don't know how to do that properly. So I just say what I bought in X amount and approximate how much I should get back. All right, so what we want to also do is underneath here, we need to state to the user that they need to have access to a group where they can create. So what we need is we don't need validation rendering. What we need is a little alert like this. So div v if this will be group model validation equals false. So we just go like this. And then what we want to do, class equals alert, warning. None of your groups. All right. You do not have create permission against any of the included groups. You do not have access to create this destination. Please add a group where you have create access. I like how it's linked up to my personal bank account. With the same bank, I get some perks from my paid plan on the personal account. Oh, nice. That's great to hear. All right, so that should be good. Okay, and then what we got is a watch. So we got this watch, we send it upstream, and we validate if the user can create the object. So this is where we go over here. Let's bump this to the left. I'm using the random tab. And what we want to do is we want to go to new scheduled object. So we've got the user group and level. And if we open these up, what we want to do... Oh, yeah, this... All right, we only need to do this for task and project. Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't get cash back with mine, sadly. All right. Thinking about this, I realize that I won't be able to implement this here. And it might be something that I need to implement in the near future, and it's... Yeah. I need to think about this properly. Because at the moment... Oh, did that finish? I clicked it to... Yeah, at the moment we're only looking at projects and tasks, but this is actually on every single new component. Cashback is nice. I like how the cashback is unlimited on business account. Oh, nice. And is on everything compared to the personal account. Nice. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna have to rip this stuff out. No problem. It is something we do need to think about, and we do need to think about it so that way we don't affect the scheduling. All right. Any socks? You're back. Oh yeah, Socks is back. For those who missed. Oh, Miss Socks, there she is. She is back. Waiting for treats, of course. Alright, so I'm going to revert all of this. Give me a Socks. Stop wandering. There you go. Aiden's giving you treats. She's like, good. good. I do need to run and get the treats. So yeah. Let me just move this camera first. She knows what's happening. I'm just gonna, okay, there we go. All right, I will be right back because the treats are in the kitchen. Okay, in your bed. No, that's spinning in a circle. In your bed. Good girl. Good girl. Alright. She actually got in her bed this time. She did do a couple of spins. Okay, sweetie, there's one more. Girl. All right. I'll keep her on. Yeah, so I'm going to reset this. So I'm just going to go git status, git checkout, source, JavaScript, components. This is part of the group permissions. Yeah, group permissions. So permissions and then group permissions. And then npm run watch. So I'm going to take this out. I'm also going to take this out, which means I'm going to scroll down and I need to take out this. And I'm going to keep the group model validation there, because we'll still use that as a variable. So on group model update, to update group model, this is where we're going to implement our permission. So calculate to see if the user's group exists in the group model, and that just does its thing and so forth like that. So we've got that everywhere. Calculate to see if the user has create permission for any of the selected groups. So we're going to do this here now. So if we go into here, we can see we've got two groups in here. We can essentially project permission, task permission, project permission, task permission. Yeah, all right, cool, sweet. So yeah, we can filter for those groups, and then we could potentially hijack this and then get it to send back the user result. And I like that. Yeah, I like that. So this would be list of groups. And then what we want to do is we'll just go list of groups. And if that equals 0, then we turn 0 and we're happy. List, and actually let's go data. Makes more sense being data. Oh, and we're just hit an ad break. All right, ad time. Cool. Oops, sorry, just socks ran away, so can't pack sock set this time. Oh, you got me. My very thinning hair. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Gotta pay off this place first before, you know, getting new hair or anything like that. Would be nice. I used to have a lot of hair. Now I don't. Yay. Trip to South Korea to get a hair plant. I wouldn't mind that. Either South Korea or Thailand. But I had a lot of fun when I was in South Korea. Very easy to get around. So they've essentially, I won't say it's a grid-based sort of system, but they've got a lot of trains that go that way and a lot of trains that go that way. For the ones that I was taking, it made just getting everywhere so simple. It was to the point where I didn't worry. I didn't worry at all. I would catch up with my friend. My friend would be like, oh yeah, get off at this station. I'll look it up. And then I'll be like, all right, cool. Got to get out at this stop and stuff like that. You could even plan meeting up at an exit and so forth like that, which we did one time. We were like, hey, we're at this particular station at this particular exit. Just meet us. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. So yeah, highly recommend going to South Korea. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I kind of want to go there where I don't need to work or do anything like that. Alright, so this user group and level, that then becomes data. So that will still work. That will still work. That will still work. And then we just go... In fact, this can be simplified. So, if user level task is greater than user level project, return user level task. Otherwise, return user level project. Done. We won't need that now. And this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get it out of there. We'll paste it here. And what we'll have is we'll have a const user level equals that. And then that will deal with what we want. Go up here, get rid of that. So yeah, that's fine. However, I can see people being like, no, you shouldn't do it like that. It should be like that. And I'm like, yep, that's fine. All right, so... But we need, down here, we need this dot group user group and level. So that will now work exactly the same way. But now we can actually call it. So what we can do, calculate to see if the user has create permissions for any of the selected groups. And what we need to do is we've got the group model, and that's the data. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I haven't been to London, so I can't comment on the tube or anything like that. In Melbourne, it's mostly hit and miss. I mean, it isn't too bad. We just like to complain about our public transport system. The bus system here is terrible, though. Essentially, buses will wind in and out and go through really random sort of paths and so forth like that. There's also on Sunday, they just don't exist, the buses. So yeah, sometimes it's easier to walk places. I live in an area where I'm lucky. I live near a train, so I can get places really quickly. I live near quite a lot of bike paths and stuff like that, so I can take my bike. So I literally took my bike on the weekend to go to Mum's type of situation. So, and it was bike path all the way. So yeah. All right, so we now need to filter for these particular groups. So what does the data come through? Oh, wow. Just give me 2 seconds. That is a very tiny, tiny image. Looks super confusing, this tube map. Yes. I mean, public transport victoria.gov.au. No, that's not the site. Mikey.com.au. Yeah, ptr.vic.gov.au. All right. Where's our maps? It's been a while since I've been on this. More maps. There we go. Yeah, let's... So this is Melbourne. So yeah, you got a bunch of different lines that split out. It doesn't fit into like this isn't exactly what it's like. There's a lot of curviness and stuff like that. I mean, yes, but they're highly simplified this. So for example, I think it's Glen Waverley, Alamein. Let's Glen Waverley. So there's Glen Waverley. There's the end of the train station. And if you have a look, it actually goes like this over here. So yeah, the train station goes along there, but you look at the map. All right, no, they changed it. Good. It goes along there and then it heads up there, because there's an old map where it used to just go down and it just didn't really represent what it was doing. Alamein. Yeah, it goes down and then, yeah, all right, cool. So I do remember that looking straight on the map at one point. Alamein. I keep spelling this wrong. ALA main. Nope. And there it is. Ah, yes, this is another one. So that Glen Waverley one, you'll notice it'll go along here and then it'll pop up. And this Alamein one goes straight along here, then down. And it kind of, yeah, I wouldn't say that matches exactly. So yeah, there are problems. Essentially, that's the problem, is when you oversimplify a map down to this much, you're going to lose that sort of detail. So yeah, but otherwise we just have end of lines. And that worked really well. So, yeah. I don't know what's happening here because this map is really, really tiny. So... Alright, calculate to see if the user has permission. So we need to get the data out of this. So if we go into the group model and have a look at this, we've got 4 and 2. So that's an array. So if we have that, just wait, JavaScript array contains, it's, oh yeah, dot includes. So yeah. So what we need to do is we need to go const filtered what will this be called? Filtered user group and levels equals this dot user group and level dot filter. We just do a simple row, and then we go return, and then we go and say the data dot includes, and then we just key in, if we have a look at this, the group ID. Like so. And then calculate to see if the user has create permission for any of the selected groups. All right, I'm just gonna go filtered permissions. It's gonna be as easy like that. And then what we want is this dot group model validation equals that equals that this dot check calculate user level, and then we go filtered we can no const filtered user and group level. Yeah, nah, we kind of want it like that. The reason why we want it like this is so we can be like, all right, cool, that's there, it's filtered. We kind of understand what that variable is about just by looking at it. Sure, it's a novel, but that's fine. And then this validation. Oh, we need as Boolean. It's greater or equal to 3. Yeah, that's it. Calculate the Boolean result. We need to make sure the user can create. All right, cool. Yep, I think that will work. So, fingers crossed. We're going to reload. I'm going to open up the console. We know about this error. I haven't found it yet, but we'll figure it out. It's probably something silly. What we want to do is we want to get rid of no team and no group. And then put in QA team. And then nothing happens. Yeah, we haven't actually really, there's no feedback to the user. Shoot. All right, so we do actually have an issue. We have no way of telling the user, hey, this is going to be a validation problem. Unless I do a toast. So now it's false. Now it's still false. Now it's true. All right, cool. So what I got to do is, as there is no validation yet, we'll use a toast to notify the user. So if this dot group if it's false, what we want to do, this $store dot dispatch a new toast. What we want is header is no create permissions for groups. Then message. Please note the current groups selected Please note, for the current groups selected, you do not have create permissions. Please add in a group you have permission. You have create permission with. All right, extra classes, background, we can do warning, but I think we need danger. Then what we need is delay, that's gonna be 0. So we've got meta delay and then unique type, and that's going to be group model validation. So that way, if we constantly change it and stuff like that, it doesn't keep popping up and so forth. So if we go like this and we're like, all right, cool, no group, that's fine. Like this, boom. Please note the current group selected. You do not have any create permissions. Please add in a group you have create permission with. Sweet. And that's it. That's how we're going to work around that at the moment. But later on, we'll have it as an alert in here. And then the user has to be like, all right, cool, QA team. Now that won't disappear, which is annoying. So we might remove the delay. I think 5 seconds. So if I'm like, boop, it'll pop up. Then it'll disappear. I will have to reload. Try again. There we go. And it'll keep popping up until someone's like that. I don't have the ability to just hide or destroy toasts. It might be one of those things that I look into. So that is now done. And once again, when we actually figure out how we want to do this at the group, at the lol component and stuff like that, we will do this, and this will all move down there. This will also become a lot smaller. So yes. All right. Now. Now we need the validation on the button itself. Okay, cool. Straight off the bat, let's look at what we do with no project. Oh, sorry. So check validation. So is form correct? What we do is we await it and stuff like that. So we got an async function. If the form is correct and there's no group permission issue, and the other one, yeah, all right. Oh, sorry. Oh, this is going to be an early stream again. No, I don't want that. So yeah, I've got to break this out in the old way. All right, not a problem. We just do that. We're just putting that in as a last sort of thing. Now, display group permission. All right. I'm assuming that is when I'm like, all right, removing all of these with none of my permissions and so forth like that. All right, not a problem. So that is working how we want it to. I keep, and then I want all this dot group model validation. Opposite of that. All right. Okay, so what we're doing is we're testing to make sure this functionality works. So yeah. I mean, we could also cut that one out and actually have it in its own thing. And then what we could do is we can just copy this toast. All right, new toast. We're not going to have a unique type for that. Reason being is the user will be able to double click on it and it'll just keep popping up. So there will be an informative way of being like, hey, there's a problem. So yeah, and then once again, we just return, there's nothing to do. So going back here, we're waiting for a couple of seconds. We're just going to hit reload. We're just going to hit this and presto, things start popping up and annoying the user. All right, like usual. So check all the validation. So we need object type to be validated too. So we're scrolling to the top, and what we're going to do is we're going to yank these 3 lines, and we're just going to paste them above, I think, the label. No, we put them inside the label. Like so. And then instead of this, we get object type model. And there we go. So if we go back into here, we hit reload, and we go create new project, boom, value is required, boom, takes away. Object title, object description. This one we're happy with. These we can't clear at all, and we're happy with those. This one we can, but I'm more interested in the no group. So if I keep creating a project, as you see, it's just going to keep saying it and saying it. So the user should get the idea that, hey, you guys shouldn't have so many of these. All right, so, and then if I key in and pass validation. All right, so I'm quite happy with this. Now let's get the data to the back end. Oh, sorry. All right. Create form data. Data to send equals new form data. All right, data to send dot set. And what we want is object type. And that's just going to be this dot object type model. Data to send dot set object title. This dot object title model. Data to send dot set object description. Object description model. So we're just going from the top to bottom. Stakeholder organization. That one should be pretty. Organization. Yeah, it's just going to be that one line. This will all be the same. And this will be all the same. So we're just copying and pasting it. So instead of project, it'll be object. What do we have the dates as? All right, between dates, update dates. All right, we have them set to the wrong thing. Let's fix that. So object end date model. Oh, these might have to. All right, let's go into new project. Let's end date model, start date model. Yep. All right, cool. Object start date model. All right. And we've hit another ad break. All right, welcome back to this. So, yeah. I am drawing a blank on what to say or do. Sorry. It's been a long day. Let's just say that. I am definitely probably going to end the stream probably early. I'm sorry. But, yeah, these things happen. Yeah, I think I'll try and make it half an hour. But I can't guarantee it. So, yeah. I just don't know. My brain lately has just been switching off. At least I booked in holidays and they got approved. And I'm like, yeah. So, yeah. Taking a month off, which is great. And I'm just going to go exploring. It's going to be awesome. I'm just going to be like wandering around, doing stuff, or doing very little. It's going to be quite sweet. So yeah, looking forward to it. I joked saying even after my whole leave got accepted and all that, I've still got 9 days worth of leave as of today. So I've taken essentially 4 to 5 weeks off. I just had that much leave saved up. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. I think I had that much leave saved up because I didn't take any last year, or took very little last year. Alright, so what we're doing is we're just setting the object start date, object end date, and we're sending through the UUID. Which I'm double checking that we're porting through. No, we're not. Now, we do want to key this in. We did discuss it the other day of being like, alright, cool, we do want a UUID. And the reason why we want a UUID is in case someone uploads something, we can then look at the UUID, but then they've got to have access to this whole thing and all that kind of stuff. And then a bunch of other stuff too. Which is why we've got it like this. Yeah. So I'm going to get a UUID and pass it through. Alright, the default is nothing. Alright, so with new project, yeah, it sends through that like that. If we scroll up, we go into NearBeach, we go into templates, we go into, let's say, projects, and we go into new project. We've got the UUID equals something like that. So we'll just copy that, new scheduled project, UUID, we do it. All right, cool. So if I just sit here and just hit refresh, and I go into our view components sort of thing, and I click on our new scheduled object, we've got a UUID. Sweet. So we've programmed that all the way through. So we go into here. It sets up everything. So we should have object type, object title, description, stakeholder, these two, and group list. And then the group model, append group list. All right. And then all we need to do is this dot axios dot post. This dot root URL. Don't need a forward slash. We need to think of a URL to send this to. So we've got new scheduled objects. And it'll be just here, and we're just sending up there. We won't save it. Yeah, I don't think it'll last long. We just need to set up the URL. All right, so we've got scheduled information. We need to go to the new. Yeah, the new. So we're just scrolling up to the new. New scheduled object save. Oh, cool. I am going to cheat. All right. I am way too tired. All right. And then data to send. And then what we have is then a response. Actually, we don't need to do anything with this. Add code, catch, error. And then what we have is this dot $store.dispatch. We're dispatching a new toast. We have a header being like error creating a new scheduled object. Message, sorry, we could not create this scheduled object for you. error, pass through the error. Extra classes, background danger, delay 0, and we're just not going to have a unique thing on it because if they hit save over and over again, we want that to pop up to annoy them. As for the add code, we're going to do nothing at the moment with this. So we go back here, we're going to hit this. We're going to move that to the right so you guys can see this. So what we want to do is, we want to hit refresh. Project. I'm just going to hit create project. I'm going to have the console open. Now, I'm assuming it's doing nothing. Done well. Okay. Done well. Sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it there. I am sorry, guys. I'm fading very fast. So let's find. Oh, is he? If the Coffinger is still running, we'll raid him. Oh, all right. Oh God, I don't want to hear that sound right now. Let's just say that. That's just a. Ugh. All right. So what we need to do is we've done this. All right. We've done this. And we've done this. What we need to do is the back end stuff now. So need to program back end. This is technically almost done. We're actually waiting on a bit of data. So waiting on data. And what actually happens is the back end sends some data to the front end, and the front end looks at the little package and goes, all right, cool, you're doing this. And then it sends them to that particular thing. Yeah, he's not at his desk. So yeah, let's raid Togglebit. No one's at their desk tonight. Well, Togglebit will be back very shortly. So. Okay, cool. Rating. Yeah, anyway, thank you very much everyone for coming. I am terribly sorry. It's a very short stream. I am just absolutely exhausted. So, yeah. Thank you very much for being here, and yeah, we will continue building this out. So hopefully tomorrow night I will have some time and I'll build out the back end or something like that. But from this point on, we're just going to do the back end of it, and then once the back end's done, we can actually create the scheduled tasks. We then just got to do the rest of the CRUD. So we've got to be able to read them, we've got to be able to edit them, we've got to be able to delete them. And then once all that is done, we'll be able to set up the scheduler and so forth like that. I don't think this, unless I work on it tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I don't think I can get it out this month. But that's not a problem. We've done a lot this month. So yeah. Anyway, thank you very much everyone for coming, and I hope you enjoy Togglebit stream.